Yo guys, what's going on? Today we are going to be looking at the least reliable fighter in every single division. We're going to be starting out at flyweight, going all the way up to heavyweight. Starting us out in the flyweight division, we got none other than Brandon Moreno, man. Nobody tell Joe Rogan, sorry Joe Rogan, but Brandon Moreno, he's not hitting the dead orchid every time, you know what I mean? Also, I do want to mention, somebody went for the fucking dead orchid in Canada, and Joe Rogan was not there to glaze it. We were very disappointed about that. But Moreno, bro, you pick him to beat Tatsuya Taira because you're like, yo, he's got the wrestling. Like, I think he could defend the takedowns from Taira, and he pieces him up on the feet, man. And he goes out there and he just gets... He just gets mashed up differently, and then you're like, yo, I think he's going to beat Loner Kavanaugh. You know, Loner Kavanaugh lost to fucking...
Charles Johnson.
Yeah, Charles Johnson. Bro, I'm very forgetful of names. I forget names so easy. Charles Johnson, whatever, it is what it is. Everybody gets fluked by Charles Johnson. Not a fluke, by the way. He's actually the real champion right now. And then he goes out there and he's like a smudge merchant against the cage. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, no chance to strike against a good striker at this time frame, like as it was shown in that fight. And like, yeah, he's just not a reliable pick.
Like, he goes out there, sets a strike record against Amir Alblazo, then gets absolutely fucked by Loner Kavanaugh. Like, literally got bent over. Boom! Like, I don't know what's up with Brandon Moreno. Unfortunately for the kid,
Brandon Moreno.
at this point in his career, I'm never betting on him, bro. Now, somebody else who I'm never betting on, dude. Rob Font, bro. We all picked him to go out there and KO Raul Rosas Jr. And then he goes out here and he starts pulling fucking guard. What are you doing? This dude, he does the laziest, most like sus sprawl ever. And then just fucking like jumps on an Uchimata against Raul Rosas. I don't know. I don't remember that much of the fight. But I remember being pissed off watching it because he was just like... And whenever he tried to get up, he got up. He was just going for subs off his back. Like, dude, you need to go out there and knock this fucking kid out. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. You know, jumping guard and going for submissions. Like, dude, your chances...
Yeah, there's wrestling stance, Kevin.
Yeah, and he's in his fucking wrestling stance, like, down block, sprawl. It's like if you've wrestled before, you know when your coach says stance of motion, and he's like, down block, sprawl. That was fucking Rob Font when he needs to knock Raul Rosas out. And he probably could have defended the takedowns too. He just decides to fucking jump gillies and shit and look for triangles. Like, never betting on this guy ever in my entire life.
Yeah, totally agree.
Next up. Listen, we can't even bet on this guy to make it to the fucking octagon. Cool on. Listen, Yair Rodriguez, bro. I mean, what is there to really say about this guy? He just has no... You can never rely on him to win a fight. I know he beat fucking Pitbull, but Pitbull's a can. Let's be honest. Pitbull's a can, bro.
Josh Emmett, man.
He fucking, like, fluked Josh Emmett. It is what it is. Respect to the kid. No, I'm kidding. He didn't fluke Josh Emmett. He fucked Josh Emmett up. But, like, what are you betting on him to go out there and do? Like, who is he going to beat reliably in the top 15? Nobody, bro. He's ranked 4th. Brian Ortega is ranked 11th. And he beat him not that long. Like, Brian Ortega beat him not that long ago and has only lost one fight since. You know? Like, Yair is just... There's not a lot of fluky flukesters in the featherweight division, but Yair is, like, chinny and has no wrestling.
Yeah. And, like, he just has to hope his opponent doesn't know how to shoot a takedown.
Yeah, and then he just goes out there and he fucking cherry picks opponents, fights like once a millennia, and then you're relying on him to go out there and do what? Throw a fucking spinning wheel kick and knock him out? Like, no, I'm never picking that to happen. But, with that being said, next up, got fucking Benoit, bro. Okay, listen. You can't rely on him to win, and you can't rely on him to lose. Who the fuck picked this guy to beat Rufy, bro? Nobody. Besides Lucas Tracy, because Lucas Tracy glazes the fuck out of this dude. But Benoit, he'll go out there and look like a fucking nasty grappler. Like, he goes out there, he fucks up Dustin Poirier in the first round. Like, he's taking him down, inserting the feces into his mouth. Like, he is fucking Dustin up in the grappling in round 1. I know Dustin's jumping Gilly or whatever. So you're like, okay, well, I mean, he gassed out, and that's Dustin Poirier. That's a big jump in competition. He's going to fuck Moicano up. And then he goes out there, gets taken down, and just fucking dies. Like, no defensive grappling whatsoever. When people have offensive grappling, you just expect them to have defensive grappling. Like, that's kind of, defense is easier than offense. That whole narrative. Yeah, Benoit doesn't listen to that at all. And he fights with his fucking hands down. You cannot bet on this guy to win. You cannot bet on this guy to lose. You can just never bet on this dude. Listen, if he fights Paddy Pimblett, I don't know if
I'm betting on him to win.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what he's going to do to Paddy. But at the same time, I don't know what Paddy's going to do to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just makings for an entertaining fighter. You never know what's going to happen. And, but yeah, like, especially the Moicano fight. Who was expecting Moicano to do that to him?
Nobody. I don't even think Moicano was expecting Moicano to do that to him. Like, let's be honest. You know how Moicano said Benoit was easy money? Do you think he would have said that if he had never fought Benoit? Fuck no, dude. He would be saying, don't fucking give me Benoit, bro. Benoit will fuck me up, man. I guarantee you'd be saying that. And then with Dan Hooker, was anybody expecting him to do that to Dan Hooker? No.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Listen, we were expecting him to beat Dan Hooker. But were we expecting him to do it in like a similar fashion to what Arman did? No. And then also against Max Holloway, I could see him fucking Max up on the ground. But then I could also see Max just defending every takedown, fucking him up on the feet. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen when this guy fights. Super entertaining. Makes for super entertaining fight.
Takedowns.
But you just can't pick him. What?
Max defending takedowns.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Maybe against Benoit. Benoit might make it happen. But anyway, okay, let's just get this one out of the way. Everybody knows the welterweight division. It's obviously fucking Kevin Holland. Dude, Randy Brown is better than D-Rod. I don't care what anybody says. Randy Brown is better than D-Rod.
And D-Rod's getting chinned at International Fight Week.
And D-Rod's going to fuck Leon Edwards up at International Fight Week. He's going to send Leon Edwards back to the Apex where he fucking belongs. And Kevin Holland somehow loses to D-Rod and beats Randy Brown. Kevin Holland beat Joaquin Buckley and loses to fucking Mike Malott.
And Anthony Hernandez.
And he beat Anthony Hernandez. That was so long ago. But Buckley was a long time ago too. But, Kevin Holland, everybody knows you can't bet on Kevin Holland. If you bet on Kevin Holland, he's going to lose. If you bet against Kevin Holland, he's going to win. You just got to stay out of it. That's all there really is to it. Kevin Holland, there's not much to talk about. You got to lock the fuck in. He is so well-rounded. I'm not saying he's well-rounded in terms of, like, he's good everywhere. He's just very, like, slightly above average everywhere, I'd say. Maybe very average everywhere. But, like, in regards to his competition, right? But just, he goes out there sometimes, he just doesn't give a fuck. So you just can't rely on him.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Because, like you said, like, the D-Rod and Mike Malott. I mean, I get Malott hit him in the balls, like, twice, and, like, the ref didn't care or take a point.
He just used it as an excuse to lose.
Like, I do think in, like, those two fights, like, I could still pick him against both those people still.
Yeah, I wouldn't be confident picking against him. I wouldn't be confident picking him. But that's just all of his fucking matchups. Now, listen. This next one, People forget, man. You can never pick Brendan Allen, man. This is the people forget, man. Motherfuckers switched up on Brendan Allen so hard after he beat RDR. Now people act like he's so good. Dude, he goes out there against Imavov. I will never forget. I was sitting in my grandma's room watching this fight. I will never forget. It was the same card as Benoit versus fucking Moicano. That was the card of the fluky flukes. He goes, well, I picked Imavov for this fight. Like most people did. I was a sane human being. I knew you can't pick Brendan Allen because he does goofy shit all the time. Goes out there, fucks Imavov up in round 1, just takes him down at will. And then he goes and shoots like the plottiest takedown ever in round 2. It gets stuffed, and then he gets fucked up on the feet. And then he was like winning on the feet for a little bit, and then he shoots a takedown, and then, like, I just had no idea what the fuck the game plan was. And then against Anthony Hernandez, he had some success, and then it just got turned around immediately. Like, he's just so inconsistent. You can never pick this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Andy had a somewhat close fight with like Marvin Vettori.
And he got KO'd by Sean Strickland in like round 1, I think, right? He has a close fight with Marvin Vettori, then goes out there and fucks up RDR, who had just beaten Whitaker. Like, people forget this. People forget, man. RDR was on a fucking run, dude. There were motherfuckers who were saying that he would give Chimaev a tough fight.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who picked Brendan Allen.
Yeah, not a soul
against RDR.
Not a soul. Unless you knew him personally, you did not pick Brendan Allen to beat RDR. And then he goes out there and he fucks him up. RDR is an honorable mention for this list, by the way, because he had like the craziest middleweight cardio ever against Whitaker, and then had the worst middleweight cardio ever against Brendan Allen. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to RDR, but he's an honorable mention here. Listen, if you know anything about me, you know the next one is going to absolutely pain me to say. I don't even want to look. Oh! Oh my god! No! No! Fights with his fucking hands down, dude, and he gets knocked out because of it, bro. Listen.
Yeah.
You can pick Yuri. I promise you can. And then he does bullshit like this, dude. What the fuck, bro? He's like, he's fucking pointing to the ground, literally with his fucking chin in the air. Lunges in with his chin wide open on a fucking platter, and then, of course, he gets knocked out. Like,
I agree with you that you can pick Yuri, but you can't confidently pick Yuri. That's
what happened.
The Roundtree fight.
That's what went wrong. I was
confidently picked Yuri against Olberg.
I was never confident about a Yuri pick until Olberg. Never. Oh my god, bro. How the fuck? And it makes you even more mad when you do pick him and you're confident because you see all the fucking Linkin Park edits. And you see the edits on TikTok. It's like, who is the Josh Huckett? Or the edits of him fucking screaming in the woods or I'm coming and all this bullshit. No Diddy. But like, and then you just see him go out there with his hands down and get fucking chinned. I probably wouldn't have said this before the Olberg fight because I was like, you could just reliably pick him to win unless the guy has KO power. But like, you don't even need KO power. Speaking of KO power, fucking Derek Lewis, dude. This one's obvious. This one's really obvious. Derek Lewis is out here chinning Volkov, chinning Blades, and then I know those are years ago, but you get the point. He hasn't improved. He hasn't gotten worse. But like, let's say he goes out there, he chins Volkov, right? And then he goes out there and he gets chinned by Tai Tuivasa. And he's out here falling over to punches that don't fucking hit him against Waldo. And listen, I'm scared for Josh Hockett. Listen. Josh Hockett is way better than Derek Lewis. Josh Hockett should fuck up Derek Lewis. But he keeps his hands down, and Derek Lewis has a shit ton of power, and he's a fluky guy. Like, I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm just saying there's a good chance. Bro, I never said he's going to win. I just said there's a good chance he's going to win. Completely, totally different, bro.
Yeah, I mean, pulling guard against Waldo Cortez Blavsta. I mean, and then just going out and even like Taliesin Teixeira, like a lot of people picked him to beat Derek Lewis, and he just goes out and chins him.
I picked Derek Lewis. I fucking picked Derek Lewis. I was so proud of that. But, like, if Derek Lewis wins, it's a KO in round one. Like, especially these days, it's a KO in round one.
Yeah.
But if he loses, it's like the most embarrassing shit ever. It's like this. It's like this fight right here. And he just fucking rolls over and just fucking dies. Like, I don't know. Anyway. Brady, got anything left to add for any of these guys?
Nope.
All right, these are our picks for the flukiest, least reliable fighters in each division that are like, you know, somewhat decently good at least. We're not throwing jobbers in there. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.